Don't overthink it.
It's weird holding a microphone.
It is, yeah. Can I clip it in my ear?
So, Dave from Bullsbrook, tell us where you're from and why you're here on The Price is Right.
From Bullsbrook. I'm just want to win some money.
Okay, now give us your guess between the cutlery set and the plane flights.
$200.
Wave to your family.
Hi, Mum.
Oh, guys, hopefully this works. Now, look, we're here. We are live, back from a epic, 10, 11-day trip at the moment, from our Karratha trip. Welcome to another episode of Everyman Chats, brought to you by WA Camping Adventures. I've got two special blokes with me now. Weird holding this mic in our hands, I understand. But I want to invite you guys. They're familiar faces. They are the day oneers of this channel. So we've got Matt from 4 Explore, which you would have seen on Everyman Chats. How we going, Matty?
Great, mate. Really good.
Really good?
Yeah, fantastic.
Real chilled out, aren't you?
Oops, sorry, I keep forgetting about that one.
Oh, no, mate.
Take
it's
two?
It's not natural at all. And we got Dave here from Cutting Edge. How we going, Dave?
Good, mate. How are you?
Oh, guys, look, thanks for joining us on another episode. Now, I urge you to go and have a look on the YouTube channel, because we're actually filming this right now, and it'll be a main part of WA Camping Adventures channel as a first part of the actual trip. Now, I've got topics. You guys have topics. You got a fresh drink. What are we drinking? Sippy. Sip first.
Proper 12 and Coke.
Proper 12, and I'm drinking a Proper 12 and ginger beer.
I can't even remember what I'm drinking, mate.
That looks like a single fin.
Yeah, that's right. It's a single fin,
James
yeah.
James
It is, mate, yeah.
Bogues? James Squire? Come on, help me out.
1 second.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh,
I was actually, Dave, I wanted you to hold the mic for a second.
I'm just going to have to grab it quickly.
Oh, what is that? I don't even know what I'm drinking. But you're right, it is a single fin.
It is a single fin.
It is a single fin.
James Squire and
by Gauge Roads.
damn, I was very
Gauge
close.
Roads, mate.
Very close, very similar.
You were just 300 kilometres out, but good guess.
Okay, now look, let's start off with a little bit of a simple topic.
Mm-hmm.
Damage report from the trip.
So for me with the Hilux, I don't think it's sustained, other than some minor pinstriping that I can see right now. I had a quick look underneath the car at Brownies the other day, and I couldn't see nothing under there. Obviously, I've got the new bash plates from ARB all on there now too, which is really good, and it's the first time I've had bash plates.
Any scratch marks on it that might have saved you, or you haven't even checked it?
Oh, most definitely. There's definitely quite a bit on. Yeah, like, I wouldn't say any damage, but like definitely some heavy scraping and maybe very light gouging from some of those crossings and that we did. Yeah. And again, it's. No, honestly, I really haven't had a good look. Like I said, it's just right now just some light pinstriping from what I can see, and just some of the scratching on the underbody protection.
Yeah, magic, mate. How about you, Davo? Passing the microphone, that was so weird.
Other than the back door being a little bit off, I think just the corrugations
Don't act like that's nothing, eh?
It's not. It's just nothing.
Doors dropped, dude.
Just
Mine's lifted. How?
What happened with the door?
So Pete switched doors overnight when I wasn't, because his doors works fine now and mine's buggered.
Mine works wicked.
Yeah, so he got my door and I've got his door. So
Keep the tyres on them, or?
he changed the tyres and everything. He's pretty crafty.
Not bad.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think anything. Yeah, she's pretty sorted, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damage report on mine. I did have something, but I can't think what it is. Oh, my drawer. My drawer won't come fully out. Yeah, so I don't know what that is. I might have to sort something to do with that when I get home.
Is that a drifter drawer? That one?
No.
Okay, sorry.
That's one I made, mate.
That's right. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I was just thinking, 'cause you had the drifter ones, because they were on Teflon slides, weren't they? They didn't have the.
Yeah, there's an advantage there for you.
There is a huge advantage with that kind of system. Yeah,
because I'll tell you right now, that's this is going to sound bad. It's not my fault. Like, this is literally not my fault, because like the other side's working beautifully, I can tell, but there's something that's caught up, which I don't know what it is, but probably a bloody Pringle.
Just a little bit of debris or dirt or dust or
yeah, could be. I'll smash it with a bit of silicone spray when I get home.
Yeah,
but apart from that, no. Oh, what about sore calves? I've got sore calves, and I've also
calves, yeah.
it's pretty much gone now. I had an arm injury during the trip, but
my psychologist will probably have to do some damage control in my head, but it's fine. nothing different like that. That's just standard.
Oh god! All right. Before we actually sort of do a bit of a rundown on the trip and great experiences and stuff, anything that you packed or that you didn't pack, which you didn't need to pack, or which you wish you'd had packed? Milk, mayo. Oh, we needed more milk. Needed mayo. What mayo, Dave? How did we? Well, now we got mayo coming out of our
Interesting.
We got Hellman's. We got Kewpie.
So
road train coming along in the background.
Yeah. So other than the condiments that someone was supposed to organise,
Road.
no, I think I got everything sorted. Obviously, I chucked in boots and I chucked in snorkel and things like that, but no, there wasn't anything really that's bothered me that being there that didn't need to. So,
yeah. But I think it's probably a good time to mention that a few of us did kind of couple up and partner up with food and that. So
limes, honey.
Yep.
Honey for me, wheat bix I needed to grab from.
So like for myself, Graham and I, we buddied up, and Graham grabbed the alcohol, and I grabbed the food, and that seemed to work really well. Yeah. And I think when it comes to the food side of things, I think because like I say, Graham and I had a good chat beforehand, and we just to make sure, because we have very similar likes and that kind of stuff, so we agreed on what we were going to get for the first probably 3 or 4 days, which was breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that all worked out really well. Either with the travel buddy or what we were cooking on the pan or the fire, depending on what we were cooking and when we were cooking. So that worked out really well for us. And the same as the alcohol again, similar likes. We both like the proper 12 and with the ginger and the limes, and then of course the cans. We just got middies, just so we didn't have heavy nights. We had a couple of heavy nights, but didn't want it
wasn't that bad though.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, the last couple of nights I've been quite hectic, but let's be honest, man. The travel buddy, there was nothing we really did other than travel buddy stuff for lunch. And it's the way to go, man. While you're driving along, you don't really stuff around whipping a cooker out.
We got some Louisiana chicken strips, frozen ones,
nice.
and
waiting for an offer, but that's all right.
Oh no! I mean, we did think about it, but they were just so damn good, mate. We put them in wraps. They were really good, mate. And I think they're probably more. Well, when I bought them, I thought, these are probably going to be, more suited to. Well, no, I thought they'd be more suited to an air fryer, which is what I bought one online, a 1200 watt one, which would have worked well in here, but it arrived 2 days later, which is what it is. But anyway, they did end up working out in the travel buddy really well. We just cranked it up, and then with the lithium, it obviously had the full power and I guess the amperage it needed. So it wasn't like maybe on an AGM where sometimes it drops down.
Step up,
yeah.
Well, so you got it with lithium. I've heard that.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
We had it on 200 mate, and it really cooked them really well, and we just flipped them over, and then we put them in a wrap, and they were fantastic. And same as we grabbed some for breakfast, what were those things we had? The
eggs, the pre-made eggs.
Yeah, we got the pre-made scrambled eggs and bacon, and hash browns. We tried the frozen hash browns, and I says to Graham, I says, I got these things, and we'd have the air fryer, and we didn't. And Graham just whipped them up in the pan, and it worked out great, mate. Put them in the wraps with the scrambled eggs and the bacon, and they would kill them, mate. Really good.
So other than food, nothing else that you could have thought of, like as far as air hoses, extension cords. Extension cords saving our ass tonight, actually, isn't it?
No, so I guess for me, definitely didn't really. Other than that, the air fryer would have been great, but no, definitely. Didn't really, and nothing else I should have brought, but definitely brought way too much of some things like clothes and just man, I brought way too many clothes, and I always do that, and just bits and shits I thought I would need. And you would think after a few years of travelling around in the 200 and carrying it by now, you would think, well, you don't need to take them, but you still take them.
Like, I didn't expect us to have a night or two at Brownies where we could do washing. I expected, to do washing out bush and hang it up and just everything be super dirty still.
Yeah.
But it was a nice luxury.
It was good. It was good to have them 2 nights at Brownies and then also for the shower too as well. That was that was really nice. But Yeah.
Especially after being out in that Pilbara red dust is something different, isn't it? It's like super intrusive.
Yeah.
Gets our feet look like we've been out in the bush for a bit. Like looks like we've been out our whole fucking life.
Yeah. Well, that's why I switched back to the boats for a while from the pluggers. Just because before going to bed, having to wipe, get the wipes out, wipe your legs down for the spray, then wash your feet. And I'm not one of those people. I can't black snake it. When I was younger, definitely, but now I'm probably. Yeah, I don't like black snaking if I don't need to. Yeah.
Is he saying that he's better than us?
I've always got it.
You always felt that. I don't know. I've got no idea how this is going to come out. I really don't know.
Just here for my looks, to be honest.
You don't feel obliged to say something when he holds it towards you, dude. It's hilarious.
It'll come to when we'll start talking and we'll butt heads trying to get to the mic.
Yeah, we should do. Clip it there.
So I reckon.
That's in there. Yeah.
I reckon before we sort of do a bit more of a rundown, let's talk about our favourite moments. And also try and talk about the campsite. So let's talk about the campsite first. Yep. First night was just out of Karratha, maybe 100 k's south of Karratha, but I'm not sure.
Just north of Fortescue, I think it was.
I think it was. It was along the Fortescue River somewhere. Bit of a secret spot, which we're on it. Like, it was a wicked drive in, towing the tinny in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. How we only got to use it for one day and how it was worth it. But towing the tinny in, a memorable moment for me was the track going in, seeing those beautiful red cliffs for the first time, which blows my mind because I've never seen them before. It's the most furthest north I've ever been other than Exmouth. So, but the riverbed, driving along the riverbed in those stones, I've never been on stones that are boggy.
That was a surreal moment, wasn't it? Like when that first sound when you have your window open, like it's like something's wrong with your car or you've blown a tire or something. It's odd,
deafening, isn't it?
And it feels like it shouldn't work. But it does. It's just odd.
Yeah. No, I know, but it almost feels like you're going to bog down, but you just keep chugging along. The slower you go, the more grip you have.
I found it really weird, and it was the first time I'd negotiated any kind of terrain like that. And like you said, it being a riverbed, and it was just all like pebbles, but it was almost like being on soft sand.
I can't.
But with pebbles.
On this, yeah.
Like you said, Dave, the noise was just. It was something you've never heard before, and the traction, the way the car moved on it, and just it was brilliant. It was a great experience, like something fantastic,
completely different. Like, could you see yourself ever getting stuck in that? I don't think so. Max Tracks would pop you straight out of that, wouldn't it? You know.
Well, that's what I would have thought too. But I think I don't know if it's Brownie said it's something. If you go off the track too far, you can get pretty well stuck.
Nearly did.
But if you, I imagine you get to a point where you get definitely a grip. But there has to be a point where it gets hard, surely.
Oh, definitely,
but
man.
I was worried more about some of the rocks being kind of like slicing a tyre or something too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Funny that, because I wasn't thinking about that at all. I was thinking more about like shit rubbing on my U-bolts on the trailer and.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, right. But yeah, no, it was different, definitely different.
It was. Shit, even talking about the trip up, I'd replace my bearings on the way up. Literally meeting Dave at Bullsbrook. I met him at Bullsbrook. That's the appointed meeting space. Got there and I thought I'd just feel the hub, and they were hot. I was like, oh shit, what have I done? Anyway, what time was it? 4:30 we met?
Yes, 4:30, 5 o'clock, yeah.
4:30 in the car park of the pub there, taking the bearing buddies off, taking the cotter pin out.
Cotter pin.
And then it literally a quarter of a turn. And that's all. And you've seen it for the rest of the trip. What, 2,500, 3,000 k's later, nearly?
Yeah. No, you said it's been really good, wasn't it? And we were just discussing about those bearing temperature sensors you can get, almost like the tire pressure sensors and that. That's a great idea. Right? Yeah, you can stick those on the caps. I think they go. I'm not sure if they go on the outside or they go inside the caps or whatever they do, but at least you've got some kind of idea.
Oh, hell yeah.
some
man.
kind of
Otherwise, if I
idea.
didn't touch them, I'd
Yeah,
be
what your
funny.
temperatures are too. But like you said, it'd be very easy to lose a wheel bearing and a wheel completely if things went south with that overheating.
100%. So
Just on the
No,
camping.
go
Are we skipping the first couple of ones, or are we just going straight into the
what?
the Womerall?
Oh, dude! No! Oh, what an idiot I am.
Sorry, mate. I wasn't
No,
sure.
no
I just
way,
wasn't
dude.
sure if you.
Nah, we're going to talk about that. The Piss Trough Hot Springs. No, that's what Jamie called them, didn't he?
Galena too.
Oh, Galena as well?
They were 2 great nights before we
damn,
even
dude.
got to up there towards Karatha.
Yeah.
And they were. You can't not talk about those 2 nights, mate.
Nah, a lot of good moments, especially at Galena. Galena, the flies, dude. The flies were relentless.
That last
Beautiful
day.
camp spot, though.
That last, definitely right by the river. It was really nice. The river from afar looked pristine, beautiful until you got up close and.
Yeah, you need to find the spots along the river.
I think there was some spots that had more water in, would definitely looked okay.
Yeah,
but
we
I
had
think
to walk down a bit more.
Yeah, and same as some of the other areas we've been to, in like Carragini, as the water level gets lower, you do start to get that, that like mossy, stagnant type thing on there, which
Yeah, and that's what it was. Let's be honest. You and I walked 700 metres down the river, and it was flowing nicely.
Yeah.
Did a cold plunge in there.
Yep.
Real cold it was. Looking from the shrinkage, you could see it closer, couldn't you? You poor thing. Down river.
Poor G-string shrunk right up there, didn't it?
They were dissolvable still, I think.
Wish I hadn't seen that.
Bullshit. No, but anyway, what we did, that Galena, I've always had the thought that it's just a quick overnight stay, like a shanty town, as it was. But then you drive down that track a little bit, mate, and you've got a play like a playground.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I think that initial area is a 24-hour stop. But yeah, I mean, for the amount we drove down that next day as well, there was definitely plenty of spots. Probably not for the amount of cars we had, the 4 cars we had, but if you just had yourself or a couple of cars,
hell yeah,
it's probably a bit more for the more adventurous.
Definitely,
especially where we kind of went to during what would have been your second day, mine, Graham and Kip's first day there when we went and did that exploring. That's more definitely for the more adventurous, and some of those sections you can get a bit tricky, but I mean, I've stayed at that Galena with Lara a couple of times, and same thing. We've literally just pulled in and just, either if we had like one of the Patriot campers or something with us, we've just slept there for the night and then just
in the main area, dude.
Yeah, so not on the south side of the river. That's more of a bigger strip for for bigger vans and stuff like that. So on the north side where we were, that's where we stayed a few times, but I wasn't even aware of them, where we went to. But again, I've never even looked either. We just kind of pull in, get in there, crash out in the morning, and then head straight up to wherever we're going at the moment in time.
What it's designated for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's a great little spot, definitely a good little spot. And
hell yeah. It absolutely is. I mean, we didn't... Oh, did we... Well, technically we didn't go the whole way that it explores. Apparently it goes ages down.
Yeah.
But we went just enough for us to have a bit of fun, because we had a day to play with, but we didn't want to deviate from the main road too much, so I left my tinny back at camp, locked it up, shitting myself about it all day. But we went and had a play, had a wick. There's some beautiful tracks there, but let's just talk about the marshland, like what would you call it? What would you call that ground, man, that we were sinking in?
Well, it was almost like, you could say it was marshy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it had like a crust cap on it. And as we found out, as soon as you broke that cap, underneath was just like marsh, it sunk really quickly. Yeah.
So there was one point where we were going along and it looked, hard as, looked no worries, just a quick turnaround point. I said to Craig, he was driving at the time, because I wanted him to feel what a 70 series was like to drive. I said, "I'll just stop here, mate."
Just I guess maybe explain who Craig is, Pete.
Oh, Craig's Brownie's dad. Brownie Patrolling on Instagram, but his dad should be more famous than him because he's a nice guy and much better looking. Love you, Brownie. But I said to him, I said, mate, just stop here. I'll check the travel buddy door because it keeps flinging open. And we had some much anticipated meatballs in there. Meatball. Anyway, stopped. I said to Craig, yeah, all good to go, mate. And we just started sliding and sinking. Ripped that top layer off, dude. Anyway, got out of that. I said, you know, turn the wheel left, turn the wheel right. And he got out just luckily. Anyway, he goes to some harder ground, which looked like harder ground. Stopped there. Then we went and we all turned our cars off and said, oh, you know, while lunch cooks, we'll go down the river or just have a quick look. Came back and my car was down about 4 inches, just sunk under its own weight.
Yep.
And well, you'll see it in the video. That's why I wanted to release this before the actual main series. But she sunk down and it turned into a 2-hour ordeal, didn't it?
I think trying to navigate everyone through there and out of there became a big ordeal. I think that the whole ordeal with your car and the recovery and bits and pieces without going too far into it was just...
No, I know what you're going to say. It was a bit of like we could have gotten out there so fast, but we didn't. I couldn't be bothered, and this is I need to explain this. It's lazy. Could have let my tyres down, max tracks without Dave stuffing around. Could have just popped straight out of there. No worries. And as it was just max tracks that popped out.
Yep.
Stuffing around. I think we heard the. My girl sing, to be honest.
Oh no, but it didn't.
It was good.
To sing,
It was good. It was good fun though.
It sounded noise. No, it did. But you know, I got stuck. You got stuck, trying to get me out, just back and forth. It was a circus.
It was, but it was fun. What?
It absolutely. At no point was I worried at all.
But yeah, no.
Piece of piss.
But then we obviously went down to the river. We sat in the river, washed all the max tracks off, and we had a couple of beers sitting in the river. If we got out straight away, we would have driven off and probably tried somewhere else. So
you said that so perfectly because they're moments that you can't buy, man. You can't plan for. We went down there to wash some maxies. We took some beers down, and all it takes is one guy just to say, "You got a beer?" And then we all grabbed 2 or 3. Sat down there for 2 hours. It was 2 hours sitting down there.
It was, yeah.
And it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome, dude. But you'll see that in the video anyway. But, all right, moving on from there to Wooramel. Wooramel Station, thoughts? There's a story that I don't think I can tell in here, but it's too funny. The owner is an absolute hilarious bloke.
Dry sense of humour.
Very dry. Very dry. And apparently yours is too.
Made of coxies by the looks of it.
Yeah. Nah, good, nice spot. As I said, dude, I'm not a fan of like camping in someone else's property.
You're near people. You can be away from people if you wanted to, but look, where we got, we just literally we just wanted to stop over, have a
and that's all it was, man. It was camp overnight, and that's wicked. You go there, pay for a meal, you get beef and get a stew. The hot springs are incredible.
Yeah, that was nice to sit in there, yeah.
You get out like looking like a rusted nail.
yeah, that's it. That? And smell like a rusted nail too.
We had cans sitting everywhere. No, it was one of those Arvos, wasn't it, dude, where we hopped in, we only went with 1 beer each. We're like, yeah, beauty, and then we had several trips back to the car to get more beers. Yes. That was a good Arvo, mate. It was
and when the fact that everyone left, it was like the 4 of us, me, you, Maddie and Graham sitting with like 30 cans sitting next to us.
Yeah, we looked so bad. It looked so horrible. But I think people understood. But they had a band there that night. The facilities are unreal if you want to stay there. But the service is wicked. I love
the concept of the stations. Look, whatever's going on with the political side of beef and things like that, and cows and cows. I'm not going to get into that, but these people need to find another avenue of making money, and I think that it's just brilliant. Whether it's hip camps, whether it's a station stay, whatever. I think I'm happy to pay whatever it costs, which wasn't a hell of a lot. I'm happy to pay for that to stay there, enjoy the facilities, and I'm all for it, absolutely all for it, because these guys are getting rorted for for livestock and things like that, and like I said, won't go into that sort of side of things. But
and I think with that too, Dave, is it's I guess for people who haven't been to Woomera and stayed there before, it's not just like a farm stay. Oh, there's a bit of land there, just go and park up there. They've obviously invested a lot of money on facilities that the area They've got like a kind of little cafe there, having those breakfast, like sandwiches and bits and pieces like that. Toilet facilities, and they've definitely
glamping.
They've definitely
showers.
There's
massive sites.
There
big
is
sites.
big sites, and there's little dotted around or like little rustic shower and toilet, almost like a round dome area. And a beautiful riverbed that's dry right now. But
we saw someone walking across it
we
at
did,
midnight.
but I can say that again, Lara and I have stayed there probably about 4 times, and I think twice we've been there where it's been half full of water. Definitely, it really has. Yeah, well, we walked out to it, and a section of it was flowing quite well. So. Yeah, but look, it's definitely a great spot if it's somewhere like a lot of people use it as a midpoint when they're travelling up and down to it as well.
And I would again. Karratha from there, 7 hours?
Yeah, I think it was about 7 hours.
Yeah,
I think,
it was 8 by the time we ended up around.
Yeah. And look, it depends on how you drive, and for me, I'm not into. I don't want to be fanging down the highway. It's more about the journey is just as good too, as well as the destination. So
yeah, spot on, mate. Well said. And then second night, where were we? Second night we were at was it a gorge?
Yeah.
It was a gorge. I don't want to name too much because I think a lot of these are quite secret spots, so I'm actually planning in the video not to say much, or to edit out what I've said, because I have now found out that they're actually sort of local spots, and I don't want to burn them at all. But it was the gorge. Was it the Pew Pew Gorge?
Yes.
I think that sounds about right. Yeah,
it was. We were hearing gunshots during the night, so lovely spot for the family. I don't know, man. The 2 nights after that were incredible. Like, just beautiful, big red rock face, a creek. The creek, we can talk about that, but also Python Pool.
Oh, Python Pool. I mean, how good was that, eh?
Yeah. I tell you what, my anxiety levels were peaking, dude, driving into there, because I know how popular it is.
Yep.
And the amount of caravans driving up was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many caravans in my life, and I know I keep banging on about it, but going into Python Pool, Brownie says across the CB, dudes, I think we're the only ones here, and we were for half an hour.
We were, yeah, that's right, yeah, yep.
And I'll never ever forget the feeling of walking in there like that and seeing that for the first time.
Yeah. That was...
absolutely beautiful, just, echoing and just peaceful. Like the water was glass when we walked in. There was just not a ripple in it. It was spot on.
I'm trying to describe it the best I can.
It's like a cathedral of rock, basically. Like it just.
It was almost like a bit of an amphitheatre without the steps type of thing.
Yeah.
And I know. I guess you were in that Carragini area, like when you look at it as a large area, and you can see it passed for one of the gorge areas of the Carragini, as in one of the water pools.
Spot on. And there's another thing that you don't mention is that, well, I will mention it, is it was warm enough too. 25, 26 degrees when we were there, and that was 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not afraid to. I'm not ashamed to say it. Cracked a beer.
Oh, absolutely,
you can't go to there and have a beer. It's absolutely beautiful. Kip got his drone. We ended up walking up, didn't we?
Yeah. I threw my drone up. Kip put his FPV, I think he's got now, hasn't he? The new DJI one. Kip took his drone up too as well. So there'll be some good drone footage of that part of it too as well.
Yeah, but no, we walked up over the rock and there's a couple of pools up above. I can imagine like a waterfall as such that feeds the bottom one.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously there's the pools up top, and we made our way up there. A bit of crawling, rock crawling in the thongs.
Oh, that was a hell of a climb, eh?
Got a workout.
I tell you what, I have not climbed like that for a long time.
Try and give us
a long time,
because that was like 30 degrees uphill for 700-800 metres, and then down into the gorge.
But you remember, it was almost, and I remember laughing and saying to Kip and that at the time, I saw this would be like Everest, where you just get to the top, then all of a sudden, it's only the small part, then you've got to, and that's literally what it was like. I was like, oh my God,
Everest,
there's more. And it was...
Well, I can say that we've climbed Everest,
If you had climbed Everest...
Matt was a Sherpa back in the day, so he's climbed it several times.
He was a Sherpa for the Sherpas.
He's actually got no toes.
That's why he's wearing boots. It's just two nubs. Oh, nubby.
I to be honest, I think you'll be surprised. I reckon that was only about 500 metre walk all up. It just seemed like it. No, you said it. You said to the top was like 30 degree. I reckon the whole walk to those pools was only maybe 500 metres, if that. I reckon you'd be. You'd be struggling.
I said that.
Pretty.
Anyway, fake news.
I think you said the top was 500. Anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Because there was more.
Getting bogged down here, aren't we, mate?
Dead air.
Dead air. No, it was beautiful though, but a lot of effort. Dude, my legs weren't feeling it the next day.
Yeah, I think to be honest, coming down was a bit sketchy. Having the wet thongs and
wet thongs. Yeah.
Yeah. All three of them.
I'd tread on me.
All three of them.
Elbows as it was, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But no, unbelievable. Then we went up to the lookout. Shit, there's so much to unpack. We're going to try and skim over a lot of the actual details. What I wanted to ask is, what are some of the favourite moments or funniest moments? Oh, by the way, at Python Pool, I need to mention how we were there. We had, we all had a beer each, put it down on the shoreline, and then half of our group actually went up to the other gorge, the other pools before us, maybe a half an hour before us. Yeah. So we're sitting there skimming rocks, as you do, as you like to do.
Yep. Skim shady,
like kids, yeah, and skim dusty. And I think I'm going to end up butchering this episode.
No, okay, so I was coming out of the water and I looked up, and being so early in the morning, the sun was the sun was on some shadows walking.
You can't blame the sun, dude. There's tree cover.
No.
There's full tree cover.
The light in the background was lighting up two people. They were shadows.
Yeah.
One of them looked like Craig with his hat on.
Brownie, yeah.
And I said, they hadn't said to us they were going up the top. They didn't say what they were doing.
One was an older woman as well. I need to mention that. Even I noticed that.
Brownie is a very attractive man. I got out of the water and said, "You guys go up the top yet, or what?" Or what was it? No, what did I say? What was it like up top? You been up there?
Went,
and then the light hit them in a different angle, and I knew it wasn't them. So the several beer cans around the thing kind of.
It looked
maybe shined a light on the pictures.
Because again, there was only 3 or 4 of us in the pool. Then the other 4 had nipped up, so it was 8 cans between us.
Yes, that's right.
Jesus, it's 9:13 in the morning.
And then Mark was swearing like a wharfie.
God,
that didn't help either.
That did not help. It made us look horrible at that time. But that's what happens. It was hilarious. So that's a memorable moment for me. I'm so glad you grabbed the microphone then, mate, because you know what's coming next. It's boat time and trip time. Skipping to the end of the trip to maybe the third last day.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
What can I say? You
were pretty good at explaining it.
It's...
Maybe you should explain that.
Yeah. Let me say one thing first. So,
because he will try and butter it up and make it sound good.
I'm not a boat person, as much as I do love it. And the second thing is, why did we have no footage of either of those incidents?
I know, dude. I know.
So, as the witness of both of these incidents, first one being rocking up to the first beach, and old sea legs over here, getting out of the boat, hooked a leg and straight on the back, water all over the top of him, upside down, starfish. Yeah. You literally could just see the lips like gasping for air at the top of the water.
He got his knee or foot on the way out.
I straight away went, no, I'm not laughing. Looked at Graham. Graham had already just lost his shit. Yeah. So I thought, it's fine, I can laugh now. So that was funny.
There's
and then
nothing better than seeing your mates get hurt.
Yeah.
And embarrass themselves.
And the better one was Captain
Big Stroke. Captain Stroke.
Pulling up to another island and
Dude, I thought I was the biggest hero at this moment too.
Went out for the Baywatch jump and run across the shoreline and went smack straight in his face.
No, so Matty was driving and Matt's like, "Oh, no, Pete, you go ahead and do this." I said, "No, you're right, man. No worries. I was confident as I had my chin up. I was like, yeah, all good. Hanging on the side, one knee cocked up on the gunnel.
You need to cue the Baywatch music right
100%.
now. Yeah.
I'll be there. Just picture that.
Just boobs bouncing and everything.
Yeah, boobs bouncing. Me in like that triangle red bikini, the old one piece.
Yeah.
Perched one leg up on the gunnel. Said to Maddie, "Nah, all good. Yep, give her a bit." A few waves come in, didn't they? I said, "Yep, neutral and off." He did that perfectly. Wave caught us. I come in. I'm like, "Nah, no worries. I'll just disembark real quick." Jumped off. Didn't realise the old ground was moving real quick and just lost everything. It was so embarrassing.
What hit first? I think it was almost your chest and your face hit first.
No, it's my feet. It's
did I? Okay, I thought...
Basically jumped on a full moving treadmill. Picture that, dude. Just ran, jumped, and then my face caught me, luckily.
Instant laugh. Wet myself.
I was so embarrassed.
The boat was going sideways. It was going all askew, and I was
literally. You guys had you were getting washed up, and you're crying, laughing. I'm like, Dave, help out, you bastard!
I was gone.
I'm actually feeling uncomfortable talking about it. It's so embarrassing because we come in looking like Jack Sparrow, hell professional, and then the boat ended up underwater like old Jack Sparrow. There.
Yeah, you got Mark already had a fishing line in the water.
Yeah.
They were already fishing.
Mark didn't see it, so that's great. That was good. Brownie saw the whole thing.
I think it was a rogue wave. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah,
100%. Caused by Brownie and that.
The ocean wasn't liking you that day.
Yeah, but no, that was. I mean, shit. There's so many more moments, mate. There really is. But so next thing I wanted to ask you, again, guys, I'm looking forward to you guys letting us know what you think of the series. But next one there. Give me some tips. Doesn't have to be 3 or whatever. Just give me some major tips for someone wanting to go either to Karratha or remote like that. Give me some tips, whether it be what gear you take or how much or something you take. While I check the camera batteries.
Yep. I think probably one of the first things is, obviously, you'd always do your research. Maybe just try and find out some key areas. Local knowledge, definitely. Yeah, try and find some people, either YouTubers, Instagrammers, or just do a bit of research on people who've been up there. So when you get up there, you've got a bit of a game plan of where you want to go and what you want to see, and don't just try and localize it to one little area. Or, give yourself choices and options. So if you can't get to somewhere, as well as checking the weather and stuff like that too, as well, and also. Time of the year, is it popular where you're going to stay?
That second night, Matty, if you talk about that, where all the caravans were, and we were stuck on the last bit, we had to take the last spot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
On the riverbed there,
Yep.
So the simple example of that, have plan B, C, and D ready in place.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. Most definitely, yeah. Obviously, your vehicle. Make sure your vehicle's equipped with. Depending if you're going remotely, or you're going solo, or remotely, or whatever you're going to do. And sometimes, like we've done this one, you can share tools and bits and pieces like that, and spares and whatever else you might need amongst you. So you're not carrying everything.
Which we did. We all did share around. Have you got cable ties, or it's all those things.
Mechanics wire and or whatever you might need. Yeah, so that's cool.
I think a big thing too is like if you are going to talk to the locals and find out these places, like the places we went to, I've never heard of them. I mean, I don't have a lot of research, but make sure that whatever you take in, you can take out. Like it's a standard thing, but don't dog these places and make the locals not want to tell anyone. Clean up and make sure you've got enough space in your car to take rubbish out. I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah, definitely, because they were pristine. They were very pristine. The spots that we went, there wasn't a drop of rubbish, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say that was really good, and probably it's you can see it's obviously where the locals go and they look after it, and that's probably why they want to keep it secret, because the last thing they want to do is get in there and find smashed bottles and and plastic wrappers flaying around and toilet roll and all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, so as we said, we heard gunshots too, and I don't think that was anything sinister. They were obviously just out having a shoot, and we're up in the Pilbara. It's what you do.
And we went past them in the morning, and they were just normal blokes, and they were probably just shooting targets, which I'm completely fine with, dude. No worries. Yeah. But it just echoes throughout the gorge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they stopped it at a beautiful hour. It was really good. I might have made it sound sinister at the start. Definitely not meant to be.
No. Certainly, it would have rocked you if you were there by yourself. I reckon, though.
Oh, you'd be shitting yourself, 100%, man. Yeah, I was going to agree with you guys. I mean, water's a massive thing. You don't realise how much you actually drink when you're out there, or how much you also use doing your teeth, washing the dishes, cleaning shit,
washing your hands and washing your feet or whatever. And baby wipes, another beauty. Baby wipes is a godsend.
Yeah,
always. Yeah.
Oh, could not agree more. Yeah. I used 2 bricks of.
Yeah, we did.
I call them bricks.
Between Graham and I, we used 2 blocks. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Caught you every morning just flossing with it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a tricky one here. Have you? Oh, this is my last one before I ask you guys to give me a topic each. Any shit moments? It's hard to sell a place, but also tell the truth about any moments where you weren't feeling it.
I mean, a shit moment was probably one where, and same with Dave. Like I had a bit of a sore throat, which it was a shit because it spotted experience where I had 2 days where I wasn't feeling very good, and I had early nights and just a bit of a headache, temperature, sore throat. So that was a dampener on the experience. But as far as the places, the journey, the people, no, honestly, mate, nothing. Yep. The whole thing was really great, mate. Everything we did was an experience. There was some challenging parts which made it even better. But I don't think, even when we stayed at Brownies for the 2 nights, it would have been great if we could have spent 1 night on a beach. But I mean, for me, that's not a complaint by any means. Just everything else. I think the dynamics changed somewhat, especially with Jared and Jared getting crook too as well, and that and again, obviously they'll see through the episodes how that all plays out. But so yeah, I mean that would probably be the only thing. It would have been nice to spend 1 night on the beach, but that for me wasn't a deal breaker because the rest of it was just brilliant.
I think look, the only if you're going to really get a dampener, I think probably like the last night the morning Galena was the flies. Look, you're going to get them, but they were relentless. Even here this afternoon, they were a little bit pain in the bum. But
they were if you breeze compared to Galena.
If you're really going to pick something, if you're really going to honestly pick something, just maybe be aware that you're going to have some flies around.
Yeah.
But look, honestly, other than that, I couldn't pick a down moment. I honestly couldn't pick a down moment. Catching no fish, couldn't care less. I was sitting out on a boat in the middle of the water.
I'm glad you brought that up, because dragging it all that way, 1,600 kilometres or whatever, 1,400 or whatever it is, dude.
No, it's a round trip, remember?
Yeah, well, exactly, 100%. But I would do it again in a heartbeat for that day that we had. We didn't really go out for fishing. I need to make that clear. We went out to fish, though, caught a big old big tooth bloody norwest blowy. But it was a good day, dude. Yeah. The boat ran beautifully. We all got to drive, and that. It was nice to sit back on my own boat as well and just enjoy that. Glad we had a bimini.
Oh, I tell you what,
those boys look like they cooked, dude.
That bimini, I did feel for the boys on Brownie's boat. I mean, it's a great little vessel he's got there, but even Brownie was saying, I think he said he's got one or he's getting one.
Yeah.
But I mean, the sun up here, you know what it's like, mate. It just beats down on you. Yep. And you can have your hats on, your sunscreen and all that, but when you're on that water and the reflection, you need something to take that heat off your head, and that bimini was golden, mate.
Oh, man. Again, and I can't ever paint the picture well enough with a boat, is we had the Eskies in the middle, and I know it sounds bad, because something about, for me, sharing a beer with the boys on the water is unbelievable. Sitting there, we've got the Yui Boom with nice country music on, and the landscape just blows you away. Absolutely incredible. Everyone's having a drive. Dave's rigging up his beach rod in the boat. Sorry, surf rod, right?
It's an all-purpose fishing rod. It doesn't actually catch fish. It just
was that the all-purpose 5 metre beach caster?
Yeah. I could launch it I didn't have to trawl. I just threw it out and was no.
How good was the water though? What time did we hit the water? 6:37 did we hit the water?
I'm going to say 7
when we launched. Oh. And how good was the launch area? I mean, that was completely off grid, wasn't it, from anything normal you've done launching boat?
Yeah, the boys were saying that it blows up in the afternoon usually, which it usually does up and down that coastline, but It got calmer in the afternoon. There was a young fella launching his tinny.
Yeah, that long he had. Yeah, was leaving. So as we were leaving, he was putting in by himself, wasn't he? And it was still okay then. It wasn't by any means like, choppy.
Yeah,
the whole day was was really good.
Mate. Yeah, 100%.
How did the motor go after the service?
Oh, lovely, man. And shout out to Shane from Fully Marine. Absolute beauty of a bloke. There was one point where 100% my fault, but how easy was it to fix?
Yeah, the water cooling.
Sucked up like a little pebble, didn't we, into the telltale. Easy, just undid the outlet and just blew it, didn't I? Blew it out, and beautiful for the rest of the day. It's a good engine, dude. Oh,
I tell you, you had 4 grown blokes in there and 2 Eskies in there, and you give an extra fuel, and she just bombed around there, mate. Didn't she?
It goes really bloody well, actually. Yeah. So and that's thanks to Shano. Shout out to you, brother. And I'll put his details on the screen here. Now, give us a topic. What's that question, or whatever you guys think?
You go first.
You've forgotten it, haven't you?
All right.
Forgotten it. I know you have.
No.
The setup, Dave. You set up, mate. You've changed your setup, haven't you? What have you done different, and how is it working for you from last year?
Okay, so I think probably for essentially like a long trip, I've taken out the back seats of the 76, and had my mate from Voltage Car Audio. He's done a whole platform, taken the whole back of the car, and done like a bit of a false floor.
Multi-level false.
Yeah, and kind of petitioned it off. So for a long trip, obviously not having the family in, I was managed to get an extra sort of esky in there, lot more storage. Haven't had things like the water bladder running properly. That worked really well this time too.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, the solar panel on the was that a dig or what?
No, like I could hear it working properly, because in the past we had trouble on one trip, but he's obviously sorted that out, which was like the angle of the bag or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of weird how they've done it, but yeah, we've sorted that out. I've got the solar panel. I've got the new rooftop tent now too, so that was a bit of a struggle at the start. Finding.
Oh, Dave, might be able to actually help you there. I know you've got it pretty good now, but guys, this is what I rely on you guys for. It's the beauty of having a bloody YouTube channel. If you've got any suggestions, or if any of you guys own a Motop rooftop tent, would love to know what you've done as far as making the mattress more comfortable. Dave's a bit of a Goldilocks, and it's too soft, too hard, too thick, I don't know. That was a dig.
I was pretty spoilt with my my previous roof.
Only fucking around.
My previous rooftop, I could have the blow up mattress. So I was a princess. No, it was a luxury up there. But going back down to 70mm mattresses, which is pretty much all I can fit in that thing. Look, I got used to it. It was fine. Look, if there's any suggestions out there, it's only a basic Motop. I don't know what model it is, but if anyone's got any suggestions of how to make it easier.
We found out they're a bit skinnier though, haven't we? So I don't know. Relying on you guys and appreciate all the feedback you usually give. So we need your help now.
And is there anything else you'd add to it after this trip now, Dave, or you would change again? Or are you kind of happy with where you are right now?
No, I think honestly I'm pretty happy. I mean, look, if I were to do this trip, I say like with by myself, I probably would have to put a travel buddy in or anything like that, because I've got obviously Pete's there, not my mate, but I think obviously something like that. If it was by myself, I'd have that in there. But no, I honestly haven't really. I said the only issue I think is the fact that, with the floor going all the way to the back, the front seats, because it's so high with the double drawers on the right hand side, you've got to be restricted to the size tubs and that you put in there. You managed to work it out, but I think if you want to put anything like a bit bigger in there,
because it has to come back out as well, doesn't it?
I'm really liking that K-on the top roof rack too. Like that, that's very, very handy. I first major trip I've done with that, and like just having a few extra things up there.
Is that the one inside, Dave, in the back? Oh,
in the roof. The roof.
yeah, that's the one in the 200. It was brilliant.
Oh,
I tell you what,
keeping
you haven't. Yeah, you don't have a lot of room there, but it's amazing what you can fit in there, though. Like it's just
just having some towels, just a couple of packs in there and that sort of stuff. Just utensils, things like that. It's clever.
Nice, mate. Nice. How about you, Matty, with your setup?
So obviously, you'll see on the footage.
Got the Hilux now.
Hilux
So it's
right
gone
now.
from a Hollywood 200 to a Hollywood
200 to a Hollywood
Hilux Rogue.
Yeah. So obviously the story around that was just had the 200 for the 5 years, so that was it was time kind of.
And I remember you always saying about the heaviness.
Yeah, there was a few things, but it served its purpose, and I had a great time with it. But so the Hilux is just the interim. It was I bought it just for the brownie trip actually.
Yeah.
But
that's a good luxury.
Yeah, no, it was mainly just because obviously I needed to get back out. It was killing me. Not being out with the boys. Like it just too hard.
Yeah.
Sanity as well as everything else, the fun side of it. But so and it's good because it's a platform I'm looking at with getting the new Tundra. So I want to see how it goes with having a ute. I know it's not the size of a Tundra, and I get that, but just it's the concept of going to a ute now and how it's going to work for me, and this one having the not having like a proper canopy on it, but like the smart cap on there.
Yeah.
So it's a canopy of such, but not a like a standalone built special a built canopy on a tray type of thing. So like where it's fully sealed and closed. So it's been interesting. But yeah, so obviously it's my real first big long trip in it to really try it out. So it's been good. It's definitely been good. It's been. I was never sure how it was going to go, to be honest, and I know the Hilux have got a really good review for what they are,
and I think it's gone bloody beautifully. There's been no snags.
Oh, I mean, some of the areas we've negotiated, just crawled out of them, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Like I was really surprised, because you get used to the V8 and and you
definitely.
just obviously I had that thing locked up too as well at touring, and so
and that would have been on your mind too, like shit.
It definitely was. But like I said, it performed really, really well. And like I said, it is I did buy it used, so I was lucky it came with a lot of gear already, like with the smart cap and the lithium in the back and the inverter and travel buddy.
It was ready to go turnkey, mate. Basically.
Yeah, it had a lot, and the two-wheel, all that was in there. It doesn't have a front bar on it. I did obviously get a few things done. It's got the BP51s on too, and exhaust and what have you. But I did get some underbody protection. I got the ARB compressor and tank installed on it too as well.
Yep.
Long-range fuel tank, put that on there too as well, which I thought was key. And that's something that I was always said. You should probably look at with yours, mate.
I know, mate. You can see it today, eh? Like even the Jerry's.
Yeah. That extra bit of going to like 140 litres, like it's really good.
Yeah.
But I was gonna spend the money, and I don't want to spend too much money on it because, like I said, it's a stopgap till I get the Tundra or whichever way I'm going to go. So. I was going to go and put the off-road animal bar on the front of it and a winch, but it would just be I'd be spending money, and which is what I don't want to do.
Hurried your decision towards like the Tundra, maybe?
No, definitely not. No, because
all?
At the end of the day, it'll be a build like the 200 was in respect to No, let me take a step back there. No, it won't be like the 200 in that respect with the bill, because I'm not going to go crazy and just, there's an open checkbook and just, because that's what I did with the 200, and I've definitely learned a lot from that, and that's what I didn't want to do with the Hilux, whether I keep it for a year or 2 years. When I get the Tundra, I still want to be careful how I'm going to build that. Because I also want to be able to use it for touring, and the intention is Lara and I, we want to get a decent off-road van, obviously not a big 20-odd footer, but we want to get something where I'm like comfortable. Like a hybrid type thing, but something really nice. But I want to be comfortable that I can put 3.5 ton behind me and 350 on the ball and not even worry about it. And I know I could have done with the 200, but I would have been technically illegally overweight with it. Even with the GVM and all the rest of it, and not saying that it couldn't have done the job. It could have done the job, but But yeah, for me, like I said, with this thing, I know we kind of progressed a bit away from what the original question was. I'm kind of happy with where it is right now.
Yeah.
Rooftop 10. That's the next purchase, and that's bloody Lara again. All right, I want it too as well.
But seeing Davo rock up and just go clip.
I mean, how many lads had rooftop tents?
Yeah,
so Brownie had one,
three.
Kip had one, Dave had one, Mark had one.
Jared had a house on wheels.
Jared had a motorhome. But no,
off its titties.
But no, we're definitely going to get one. Well, sorry, the other thing I did I put the Bush Company awning on there too as well, which is mate, you know what? Every day, and when I put that on, the reason I went from the Dacia that one, and I did the Dacia Eclipse 2 on the 200, which was okay. Don't get me wrong, I had no real issues with it to say, and I know they've brought a new one out now, but the Bush Company one it's next level, and I'll argue with anybody, it is next level.
I agree.
I pulled that out every day that came out, straight out, literally no time, and I put it away. And even the trip we did to that farm that day, mate, overnight, remember we had the ice on it, it was covered in ice. We went down to, where did we go to?
Pindley.
Pindley. And we woke up and there was ice all over it. I just folded it up, went home, opened it out and dried it out. It's quick in and out, and that's why you'll use it. And the problem with the Dacia was it could be a pain in the ass, and when it goes on 14 Mile Beach and a few other places, Five Fingers, when the wind picked up, it was a bit, I had to get the tie gear strap out and pull it down, and it was...
There is no doubt that they are, I think, truly the best awning on the market.
Oh.
But you pay a premium for them. People don't mind paying a premium. People like you just want the right shit for the right time.
That's right.
But I reckon, my personal opinion, best bang for buck and all-rounder, like for bang for buck, sorry, I'll just leave it at that, 30-second.
Yeah,
I truly think
you do,
man. You know what I mean? We're talking $1,200 for a 30-second awning, and what are we talking there for a Bush Company?
23. I think it was 23.
So double the price. Let's say double the price on that one.
Yeah, and the weight. Don't forget that's. I think that's 30 kilos or 31 kilos or something.
Can't go past the strength of that. I could do chin-ups off the bus.
I could leave that out overnight, mate, in the heavy winds, and I wouldn't be worrying about it. The Dacia one, mate, I used to wake up and put it away.
Yeah, I know, and that's a big thing. So.
Yeah, and like I said, the Dacia have brought a new one out, and I know Graham. I think Graham's going to get it, and they have made it stronger, and they put LED lights and bits and pieces in there, and it looks good, and it's still a reasonable price, but nah. I promised myself this time.
You need that strength in like the actual pivot area,
and that's where it sold me. And Brownie, we had a couple of good chats on Israelite Bay and all that when we were doing that one. We were talking about his and that, and he said the same thing. He said, "Oh, Matt Log," he says I wouldn't go past this. The only regret he had, he said he wished he'd gone for the bigger one at the time.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
But
nah, interesting. All right, Davo, what about yours, mate? You got a topic? Jesus, mate. You want to smile a little bit, mate? It's a personal joke. I love that, though.
My topic's really weak. So like if you divide the WA into your southwest, your midwest, and your northern. Okay, so what we've experienced in this trip, I would think before this trip we would all have if your ideal trip, take out travel time, take out all that sort of stuff. Your ideal trip probably would have been just down south. We all know down south, it's easy. We all get it. It's a beautiful place to be. Like, you've got another 2 weeks. What are you going to go? Southwest, Midwest, North. What are you going to do?
Well, while you're thinking, I already know.
I know my answer.
Southwest, because I'm a coastal kid. I love the coast. I love coastal tracks. Israelite Bay especially gives you bloody everything.
I get
you get that mud, you get that water, you get that beautiful coastal dune living. Yeah, but you get the wind.
I honestly, I cannot wait to explore the northwest. Like, obviously, we've had a taste of it in the Pilbara, and it goes further north. For me, Kimberley's, like Kununurra, all that area. I mean, like I said, I think you're still looking at. I don't know. Like I say, it's hard to take out the whole travel time because it's, you're talking southwest is 3 to 7 hours, whereas north you're looking at 15 to 20 hours. It's hard to take that out of the equation. But just if you kind of just try and take that out of the equation, I think I really want to just explore the northwest, to be honest.
I reckon I think I've well, it sounds like a hero, but I think I've covered a good amount of the southwest, and I've definitely got that explorer bug in me. You know, I hate going back to the same spot, especially the same exact spot. Love checking out different areas of like the wheat belt. As I said to you guys, wheat belt for me is like probably my number one favourite spot, which is like so naive of me because I haven't seen much, well, especially Karratha and that, but like you're talking about bloody Kununurra, you know, Arnhem Land and all that. Like Arnhem Land is like number one for me, dude. You know what I mean? So, but still southwest, mate.
Yes.
Still Israelite Bay, all that type of area. You know, I've still got shitloads of shit I want to see down there.
Bremer Bay, there's all that down
mate.
that area. There's some beautiful stuff, you know. Stream Beach, and even there's so much more too as well.
Reef
There
Beach,
really is.
Pallinup.
Yeah.
But yours, Matty?
I think for me, I think not kind of copying on Dave, but like I said, I've done a lot down the southwest and that kind of stuff, and love it, really do. But I do want to do more now up north.
Yeah, I agree
without
with
a
you.
doubt, mate. And I'm happy to, and being 5'4", I'm kind of fortunate where I can, you know, get that week off and you get that extended, that 3 weeks.
You could, yeah,
you know.
100%.
So I've got the ability to do that because you really want to give yourself 4 days travel time.
Oh.
Then you
Each way.
yeah,
mate. I would do that next time for sure.
And that I was just, if you want to do it quickly, you'd want to give yourself at least 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Exactly.
You know, and then
that's, what's that? 800 kilometres a day.
Yeah,
That's at 2 days.
yeah. You know, and it depends if you're with your partner and your partner can drive, then maybe you could do it in quicker time. I'm not interested in freaking bombing through the night and being a hero. I did all that years ago, driving coaches all over Europe. Not interested in the long hauls like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I want to experience the journey, like I said before. I don't just want to get to the destination.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing for me is what you see and while you're driving and just popping in somewhere and what have you. So
yeah, I'm with you, mate. The thing I wanted to sort of round off on was usually for a trip like this, when we start a group chat up and you know everyone's excited at the start before they find they have to have time off and stuff like that. Usually there's like reasons, like people might have engagements or something like that, you know, different shit going on. Usually you get a heap drop out, you know, and there, you know, Robbie had to drop out because Robbie only was able to get 5 days off, and he's like, oh, I might try and do it, but it would never.
It wouldn't have been fair on Robbie for himself.
I understand, Robbie.
You know,
Robbie, mate, we missed you.
Oh, it would have been great to have Robbie on, but 5 days, it would have been too hard for him. It really would have been.
Yeah, but I wanted to say how proud that I was, you know, of the loyalty and the camaraderie, dude. The old noises, great. The loyalty in that, like, everyone rocked up. I was so surprised to see there were so many of us in the end. But sticking together, how we all stick together, dude. Like, you know.
Yeah.
For example, me, when I got bogged, everyone, it's all hands on deck. All hands on deck, let's go. You know, who cares if the max tracks get dirty? You know, we all wash them together. We all help out, man. And I don't know, I get very, emotional, nostalgic when I think about that, especially going back through this. I know when I edit it and hopefully it comes somewhere near the vision that I've got. Man, I'm so proud to do it with you guys, eh? I truly am. So, cheers to you guys.
Proud to be a part of it, mate. It's fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. But, look, I'll probably leave it at that, just because these cameras are running off battery and not the dummy batteries, which I'll sort out next time. Going to bring a couple more extension cords. But I will be returning with these guys. By the way, we did a cook on the way up, didn't we, mate? We did an episode where Dave, this was pretty highly requested in my last cooking video, where Dave teaches me on film how to debone a lamb shoulder, and we cooked it, and it was bloody incredible.
It was nice. Yep, actually, it was good.
We got all the camera angles right, I think. You know, pointing down on both of us, cutting it up, and I learnt a lot, man, and realised how shit I am and how appreciative I am of people who know what they're doing.
Oh, mate, I told you, you did well. You did really well.
Dead air.
Dead air. No, look, I like I said to you, we've been talking about this for a long time. I don't feel as far as like the mechanics and all that sort of stuff. I have a great deal to offer the crew. I love cooking and I love doing that sort of stuff, and if I can bring that part of it to it, I'm more than happy to do little segments like that, and more and more. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, 100%. So it's probably a good idea. Again, that land that I have access to, it's so easy for me to say, Matty, come up, we'll do a cook together and just talk shit. Even if we both don't know how to cook, we'll do a cook together, try something new, pour a drink for us, and just shoot the shit, and hopefully you guys like it. So have a look at that episode, and let me know what you guys think. Would love for you to get involved with it. But guys, I want to thank you boys for being just the absolute best mates a bloke could look for. Thanks for joining me on this one. Is there anything you want to say?
No, I just want to, I guess on closing is just thanks, Pete, for obviously inviting us along, having us along there. Brownie and his dad Craig, absolute fantastic hosts, and Brad as well for some of his
Brad from Red Dust Adventures.
From Red Dust,
tag along
the legend of a lad, taking the time to to help out with just taking us to some good spots, working in with Brownie to get us to some of those places, and just
he sounded like a tag along tour bloody
he
guy,
did, and he kept apologising to the boys because he didn't want to feel like he was taken over, but honestly, if you watch him, Brad, your contribution was very well appreciated, mate.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was really good, and I think it's not that Brownie needed the support and help, but it was really good to have another person there from their objective. So for me,
from just that area too.
Just an all-round amazing trip, mate. Yeah, and looking forward to the next one, mate.
Yeah, same here, Matty. Davo?
Same as Matty. But I guess like we've spoken about it before, mate. You talk about how the amount of blokes that come up here, and we're all here for you, mate. Like you like 100%, man. I'm blowing smoke up your ass. Like this is a testament to you. The amount of guys are gonna, look. Just from my point of view, like I had a whole bunch of people back at the shop that are willing to work for me to get me away. The cost of paying staff and that sort of stuff. Mate, it doesn't matter, man. We're here to spend time and with each other as a group. But to help you grow as what you do, man. Like mate, we're in awe of what you do, mate, and you're doing an exceptional job, bud. And like I say, don't look at the fact that we are a great band of brothers, but you're the one that brought us together, bud, and we're all here for you, mate. So thank you, bud.
Yep. Okay. Jesus, make a bloke cry. Jesus, man. Thank you, brother.
What do you think of me?
Oh, we haven't got a podcast long enough.
Dead air.
Nah, not at all. I always tell you that. We haven't got long enough, I don't think. But I'll do another podcast with these guys for sure. And guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so damn much. I love yous. We'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so damn much for watching and listening. Tell us what you think, and I hope you can get your head stuck into the trip series. Again, thank you boys for coming along, and look, we'll comment, tell me what you think of these guys, or what you'd like me to talk about, because I know in Matt's podcast people were talking about they'd like to hear more about his leadership skills, because that was something I didn't actually expect to take the forefront in his podcast, and especially on this trip, having more chats with him, I've realised that he's losing out on a career in coaching, life coaching, because he's helped me a lot with that stuff, just aiming my mind in the right direction. It's incredible. And Davo, let me know if you want me to do more stuff with Davo. I know that the answer to that already. Beautiful bloke, great mentor and teacher, great butcher, but it was good to teach you some things as well. You know what I mean? Teach you some things on the knife. Don't worry, mate. You'll lose that metal, that steel glove one day. You'll get there. It'll just click. You know what I mean? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment for me. Tell me what you think of these guys. Let them know. Let us know what you want us to do. See you in the next one. Enjoy the series. Thank you, boys.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Dev.